We don't completely understand all of the transmission dynamics of the virus for, how infectious are kids.
Cases of COVID-19 are becoming more common among Utah children as well as adults.
In Fox 13 News team coverage this evening, Max Roth shows us which part of the state is seeing the sharpest increases in community spread.
But first, Haley Higgins is live at Primary Children's Hospital, where more young patients are being sent to the ICU with COVID-19. Haley, how bad is the problem?
Yeah, Bob and Kelly, the percentage of children as opposed to the overall cases, they make up about 8%. Those are the children between 0 and 14 years of age. Now, just to give you perspective, that is the same percentage of people testing positive for COVID 65 and above.
More than 2 weeks after Halloween, Utah doctors see an uptick in infants and children with COVID-19.
And so if we see pediatric cases coming 12 to 14 days after October 31st, that might be a signal that maybe we had too much interaction circulating a virus.
COVID experts say the infections, especially among infants and the very young, are more likely coming from family and friends and not at school.
People always seem to say recently that, kids aren't affected as much as adults. And that's really not a blanket statement. We do have children who have been very sick.
While the majority of children have mild symptoms, some suffer from multi-symptom inflammatory syndrome, or MIS-C.
Children can get very, very ill very quickly.
What can start out as a rash, fever, and stomach ache sometimes turns into low blood pressure and shock. Dr. Aaron Tremarkey says long-term effects of COVID in children include chronic fatigue, pain, and difficulty focusing.
And a lot of these things can impact school attendance, school performance, and even long-term impacts on extracurricular activities. And we are starting to see those referrals here at Primary Children's Hospital.
As Thanksgiving and Christmas creep closer, physicians warn parents not to gather with people they do not live with.
It's the time to sacrifice and really buckle down.
And since the pandemic began here in Utah, 500 infants have tested positive for COVID-19 and nearly 13,000 kids younger than 15. Bob and Kelly?
That's a lot of children getting sick, Haley. As a mom, a dad, any caretaker, what else do we need to watch out for in our own children?
Yeah, talking with doctors here, they say they've also seen, and these are rare cases though, but they've also seen children come in with blood clots and stroke.